Breaking news. Raiders are constantly associated with the names of trainers, some people like others. Mark Davis will have to decide who will be the Raiders coach. But before we continue, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Only here you will have the latest Raiders news carefully selected by our team. Bisaccia is believed to be at the top of the Raiders list of candidates to replace Josh McDaniels, but said a lot will depend on who Davis is listening to this time. On his Las Vegas Raiders Insider podcast, this is what Hondo said about Bisaccia's chances. Do I think Mark will give it to him? I don't know who is going to be in Mark's ear. If Mark is going on his gut, I think Rich Bisaccia has a very good chance. Not as good as Antonio Pierce and not as good as John Gruden, but a very good chance. Hondo listed his top 5 candidates for the Raiders head coaching job, and Bisaccia came in at number 3. The top 2 candidates were Antonio Pierce and John Gruden. Lions OC Ben Johnson and Dolphins OC Frank Smith came in at number 4 and number 5, respectively. We don't know who will be advising Davis in the coaching search, but Tom Brady and Jim Gray have both been mentioned as 2 of his primary advisors. Former Raiders CEO Amy Trask talked about that dynamic several weeks ago. Many of his in-house advisors have changed of late, Trask said last month on Maggie and Perloff. People that were in-house that advised him when he was selecting Josh McDaniels, they're gone. He's got a lot of outside advisors, Trask continued. There's a connectivity with the Tom Brady advisor role in the following sense. One of his primary advisors is Jim Gray, and of course Jim Gray has connectivity with Tom Brady. So that's a little Venn diagram. There are others including Ron Wolf and Ken Herrick. Both of them have very strong football backgrounds. Mike Ornstein is an advisor, so he does have advisors outside the building. Herrick presumably won't have the same role that he did when the Raiders hired McDaniels. Rumor has it that he didn't even ask McDaniels about what went wrong in Denver in those interviews. That reported detail and the fact that McDaniels ended up being an ineffective head coach should be enough to disqualify Herrick from having a strong hand in the team's latest coaching search. Tom Brady was a great quarterback in the league for a lot of years, but many believe he played a role in the decision to bring McDaniels to the Raiders. So when the dust finally settles on the season, Davis might be wise to follow his own gut on this coaching hire, whoever that might lead him to. Thank you for watching our video. Turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and leave a like. Help our content reach other Raiders fans. Soon we will bring more news about our silver and black.